And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again back to the semifinals this time around for the UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflection. I'm joined by Fallout and Blaze. The trouble has arrived. I thought I had it with Onset and Gasket, but now we're on a whole different level. Fallout, how you feeling?
Fantastic, man. I'm feeling great. It's good to be back. Ready for some Championship Sunday. Apex, been great to watch some of these games so far, but good to be back, my boy, my duo, the one and only guy, Blaze. Blaze, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, and Taylor, you're absolutely right. Trouble has arrived, okay? Because I'm mad that you was even picking on Onset about the Oreos, okay? Because I even
What's wrong with that?
I felt that, okay? What he was going through, and then he got you and Gaskin kicking at his knees, and he's just like, what the hell? What's going on this morning?
The knees? Why, I caught that subtle comment. Why kicking at the knees, bro?
You and Gaskin kicking at his knees, okay?
Because I'm short.
Babe,
He's short.
It's a metaphor.
It's
a metaphor, right? Taylor. It's a metaphor.
Okay,
but,
metaphor.
But I don't even think they send double stuffed Oreos to Europe. I think they're banned. It's like a fat American product.
You know? So can't even get them. Well, then I'm a proud fat American. Okay, I got a lot of patriotism.
I'm a fat American too.
Well, then eat some double stuffed Oreos and Fallout too, man.
But he can't get them.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna send them there.
Whatever, Taylor, take the show on. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
Well, all right, let's go. Yeah, Fallout's got his monster too, Apex themed, of course. Let's talk about this bracket though. Esports Arena dominant victory over Pittsburgh Knights 3-0. Johnsonville getting the victory off broadcast against the Wingman, who had a heck of a performance yesterday, really surprising us moving in. But unfortunately, round one is where they will draw the line. Torrent ends up taking a heavy loss to CLG 3-0. Yeah. CLG's aggression looking just as fine. Demi looking fantastic. And Arena Demons new esports still playing. Arena Demons, though, up 2-0.
Did we just get a real-time update? I swear to God, I said 1-0 and this bracket popped up.
Yeah, it was 1-0, and now it's 2-0. So Fallout, Arena Demons looking like the favorite to move forward to play against CLG.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'm more impressed by Arena Demons or production here. I mean, geez, UMG, real-time. 2-0 lead right now over new esports. Yeah, that's what you'd expect in that matchup. I think I'm glad to see new esports obviously advance, and I'm glad that they're in this tournament. I'm a big fan of the new esports squad, but Arena Demons, they play Arena so incredibly well, and that's the difference here. BRO might be a different story, though. Would be a different story.
It would be a different story, but it is Arena and Arena Demons, or you guys may know them as Moaners, do in fact prove that they are a great team as a whole. Blaze, that's going to be a good matchup, though. If Arena Demons does move forward to play against CLG, you got aggression versus aggression. It's just going to be a powerful match to watch.
Yeah, it really is going to be a powerful matchup, and I'm curious to see who's going to come out on top, because we've watched CLG in every single series that they've played up on everybody dominate. All right. Yep. And so out of everyone who is going to be able to contest them thus far, Arena Demons may be their toughest competition. And so it's really going to tell us a lot. And I'm excited. If we do see that matchup, excited to listen to Onset and Gasket cast it, because they've had all COG matches.
And Caskin?
Onset and Gaskin cast it.
Why you gotta do that, Fallout? He knew he made a mistake. He recovered.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, you start early. I got you, man. We just get him.
See, trouble.
We about to get into the first series. I'm driving a boat today.
I just shot myself in the foot.
You did, and you know what? You're gonna have to live with it. And Blaze isn't gonna let it down. That's okay, man. Look, the duo's back for a reason. Trouble has started. Blaze, you mentioned we've been watching CLG and obviously their powerful performance, and the same thing for Esports Arena. These guys have been looking unstoppable, even when they do take a stumble. They still end up recovering quite well. And stumbles, I'm meaning they, will lose 2 rounds in a row, and then all of a sudden they win the map 4-2. But one reoccurring theme, though, Blaze, the fact that they continually win 3-0. They have yet to drop a map.
Yeah, they have yet, like you said, they have yet to drop a map. And so, when they go up against Johnsonville, we'll see if they can continue that trend. Esports Arena, Taylor, they've been dominant, bro. Okay, they have had the formula, when it comes down to the main duo of Esports Arena, they've been doing good with no matter who the third is on this team, and they're about to go and start off on 4 familiar maps in which they're really good at. So we'll see how they fare.
Yeah, really good at. I mean, it doesn't matter what you throw their way. We even saw Encore Fallout in the last series, and that's a newer map, right, at least when it comes to this tournament in terms of being played. I think that's the first time we've actually seen it on broadcast, maybe one other time. But regardless, though, it seemed as if ESA went into that matchup not really knowing what that map was, totally about or how to play it arenas-wise anyways. I'm sure they're very familiar with the POI in general. but they ended up adjusting very, very well against Pittsburgh Knights, and then they look like masters of it. That's what makes ESA so deadly. And the fact that they've got 3 familiar maps right before them in the first 3 makes them even stronger.
Yeah, that's spot on. I mean, look, everyone obviously knows Verhulst leaving this team. Yeah, big loss for Verhulst to TSM, but Noct is the perfect, quite literally the archetypical replacement for this team. Shout out to goalie for the word archetype. But honestly, very, very good fit for this squad. Fits really, really well. Controller player, absolute god in terms of how he performs, how he plays overall. And I think it's certainly showing in this Arenas tournament. I think Arenas is very, very much in their favor. And not only that, but they play really well in BR and ALGS as well. This is my favorite to win this whole tournament. Not even a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Esports Arenas, I mean, they have to be the favorite for everybody. Even if you don't really, you're not a big fan of them, I think it's just smart to be like, okay, this is where my channel points are going to go because they continue to dominate and they are the returning champs. And I called them the returning champs. Duplex and Skittlecakes were on that ESA roster with Verhulst that won the last event. Now with Noct here, they haven't missed a beat. Now, Blaze, we talk a lot about ESA. Let's talk about Johnsonville. Dezignful, obviously, is the star-studded player on this roster with SlurpeeG and Gilderson just as respectable as well, though. You know, Johnsonville, the fact that they're here, a trio that's kind of came together for this event, seems that they're making big impacts.
Yeah, no, they are definitely making big impacts indeed. And so their team comps have been working out for them a lot in every single map. You know, rather if it's Gilderson on a Bangalore, rather if it's Dezignful on his Gibby or Slurpee on a Pathfinder, you know, they have been prioritizing aggression and they have not been scared of fighting anyone, okay? They know that they don't have much to lose. And with that being said, hey, they don't care who their opponent's going to be.
Sure.
So I'm excited to see how they're going to end up playing up against Esports Arena because I think it's going to be a surprising outcome.
And personally, I'm just glad Blaze didn't throw the word Johnsonville in any of that analysis because I would have lost my shit again for a second straight day. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you.
You're welcome, John. Okay, but don't worry. I'm going to have it in a few when we get started.
No, I just also wanted to point out SlurpeeG, the Pathfinder for Johnsonville. SlurpeeG works very well with Johnsonville, and I think he's going to be a big impact here to counter anybody really on ESA, specifically Skittlecakes, which Skittlecakes has been fantastic today. His movement has just been nasty. Like, Skittlecakes is truly the reason or truly the guy you need to shut down early on. And I'm looking at SlurpeeG to be that guy to shut down ESA for Johnsonville. But regardless, though, we have to back up one team in this series. Fallout, we'll start with you. Who are you going with?
Yeah, listen, I like the rhetoric, like the discussion around Johnsonville, team that's got together 3 very, very solid players. And the one player in particular, I'm glad you highlighted him, Taylor, is Gildersons. He's very, very underrated controller player, in my opinion. So I know Dezignful obviously sees the talent in him. However, you're not beating Esports Arena. I'm sorry. Pickup team of 3. Yes, they're gods. Yes, they can get loose. They're going to play with confidence. They're going to play like they got nothing to lose. But this ESA squad's too good. I think ESA takes a 3-1.
ESA is probably too good. We'll see. 3-0, 3-1. They've yet to drop a map. Blaze, you're the Vibe Master. Who you going for?
All right, Taylor. Yes, I am the Vibe Master. And as you guys all said, Esports Arena, they, haven't really lost the map at all. It's facts, right? They're our dominant team. But when I woke up this morning, I don't know if it was me watching Demon Slayer and just understanding that anything is possible if you got will. All right.
Okay,
and when it comes down to this team comp of Johnsonville, I think SlurpeeG woke up on the right side of the bed.
Sure.
He's going to be dominant. Dezignful's going to play off of him. And Gilderson is going to be a bomb ass flex today. I'm going with Johnsonville for the upset. All right. So that's going to be my pick. I think SlurpeeG will put out enough damage for Dezignful and Gilderson to be able to play around that. And they make the upset today.
By the way, as you were talking about Johnsonville and you said you got up this morning, I totally thought you were going to tell me about something else that got up this morning. So thank God you didn't go down that path. You talked about a different path. Johnsonville, I like the bold pick, Blaze. I respect it, brother. Absolutely.
I don't know. When you said that, something fell over in my apartment, and I was like, what the hell was that? There was a lot happening. I was like, John, you wasn't totally wrong on some things, but we won't even go there, okay? Let's just keep going. We got to get up in this series next, all right?
That's right.
Hey, we are going to get up in this series chat, though. I think they're going to go with ESA. Blaze, I think you're going to be on your own, but what do I know? Twitch
let me be on my own, man.
Hey,
all right, if I come out with another upset pick, then, all of Esports can say, why do he just keep making these picks like this?
I know it. But all of
Esports is going to say that, Blaze? Is that what you just said?
All of Esports.
Hey, I do it on multiple titles.
Every Esports.
The entire world of Esports.
All of Esports.
Okay, I do it in multiple titles. It's not just Apex.
That's a fact. You do it in multiple titles. All right, ESA. So it looks like Fallout, you got some company, Blaze. You're by yourself. But like you said, You're not worried about that, all right? You're not worried at all. So that's okay. Johnsonville is a talented roster. That's why they're here. Now, the important thing to note, guys, this is our first semifinal matchup on the top side of the bracket. Winner will move forward to grand finals to play for the bulk of the $10,000, $5K to be specific for first, and then I believe $3K for second. But at least at this point in time, you've made the money. You won your first round. Now you've already guaranteed some money in your pocket, but you want a little more. And that means you need to win this. Fallout Blaze is going to be a great series. Yep. ESA versus Johnsonville. Let's see how it unfolds.
Let's get it, baby. I'm excited, Blaze.
Yeah, I am too as well, man. You know, it's Championship Sunday. We got ourselves a semifinal matchup to see who is going towards the finals. And we got two great squads. But John, as you've already talked about, you know, ESA, you know, they are a very talented team. What do you think Johnsonville needs to do to beat them?
I think, honestly, they have to play like they have nothing to lose. They have to play aggressive, play a little wild, play a little free, not too structured. We know that all three players of Johnsonville can go tit for tat with ESA. What ESA has an advantage of, clearly, is chemistry, teamwork, the fact that they played together for so many, honestly, almost a year at this point between Skittlecakes and Duplex, right? So Johnsonville, in my eyes, throw smokes, get loose, get that Bangalore popping, and that's how you have to play. Play a little unpredictable here, in my opinion. Play aggressive, get in their face.
All right, folks, here we go. Esports Arena versus Johnsonville. Who's gonna bring out the stiffest competition today and go to the grand finals? We're about to find out. 6 of the best Apex players in the world about to go to war for your entertainment.
It's absolutely
Kicking it off with our Esports Arena scene. They're bringing out the Octane, Pathfinder, and Gibby. Duplex has been playing phenomenal in that Gibby, but you may have some tough competition with Dezignful on the flip end.
And meanwhile, on the Johnsonville side, we know these guys go hard. All right, so we got Gildersons, SlurpeeG, and Dezignful rocking the Bangalore as well. Looks like they're going to be going tit for tat off the rip. Looks like it's going to be Skittlecakes that's going to get this pill. At least some cover for starters, and able to back out as well. Didn't get the loot just yet.
Oh, Skittlecakes is not scared of a fight. He isn't able to get that crack, but he will lose his shield. You're going to start to see Johnsonville move up, trying to get aggressive. Some solid shots coming out from Knock, but he loses his shield as well. Having to back down from the fight. Johnsonville have that slight height advantage for now. So far, so good. And so, you know, when we were casting early, well, wasn't casting, but hold up. Dezignful challenging a fight. He cracks the shield. Will hit for flesh. He's feeling okay to stay here. Only lost 25 health. Gilderson, multiple smokes are going to drop. They're starting to move in. Knock. He goes down. It's up to Duplex. Then Johnsonville. They'll strike first.
That's a strong start. Dezignful on Gibby, baby. Not afraid to still play like he's running Ash or Wraith on his main team comp. Aggressive. Dropping right on one. Using the team fire with SlurpeeG to get the first knock, break ice, and then following through after that. Good job by Johnsonville right there. Although I did think when Knox got that damage, I thought that they'd play off that damage. Instead, they let Dezignful make the first play. And here's what happened.
They did, and so that's a win condition here for Johnsonville. And the big reason why is that Gaskin was saying earlier about Skittlecakes is that, you know, he'll challenge that fight in the beginning, but when he was matched up against Euriece at a certain point, Euriece, he'll stay a little bit more out the fight. Skittlecake, he's quickly to engage, understanding objective, you know, A, B, and C. I'm gonna get in, do some damage, drop back, but I'm gonna quickly re-engage and set the fight up the way that I want. Now, Skittlecakes, he gotta go up against SlurpeeG, and like I told you guys today, I think he woke up on the right side of the bed. Don't ask me how I know. Now, Slurpee, as long as he keeps challenging him, keep putting that pressure, his teammates can play around that.
You just got a feeling? You got like a tingling that's telling you?
I got a feeling.
I thought you were going to go the Black Eyed Peas rendition, but, you know, I'm glad you didn't go that route. I'm on board now with Skittlecakes. Looks like both teams are going to play opposite sides of the map here, which in my opinion is the right decision for Esports Arena. Again, you don't want to get in these 3v3 pound-for-pound fights with Johnsonville because they can match up skill-wise. You want to outstrat them, outsmart them, outplay them, outrotate them, etc. Skittlecakes, though, going to get tagged up as himself a shield battery. Nice damage right there from Noct. Not going to be enough to initiate, though.
Not enough just yet. Esports Arena, they will be able to reset the fight. Almost back to 500 health. Johnsonville back down. A great angle from Noct. Wow. He hits for flesh, and you're gonna have to try to engage off of this one. But the Bangalore smokes, they're proven to be annoying. Dezignful goes down. Gilderson and SlurpeeG, they are gonna be at full health. They need at least one of these knocks on the side. They can't get the Pathfinder down just yet. It's gonna be a 3v1. All up to Gilderson. Ooh, he knocks the Gibby, dodges the arc star, cuts back, gets the spray, has to cut back one more time, shifts right, looking for the next angle.
And
Ooh,
nice try right there. That's right. So, by the way, let's talk a little bit about how they got here in terms of Bangalore. It's actually a good story. If you missed the competition yesterday, Johnsonville lost to Navi from EMEA because Navi was running that Bangalore, especially on this map. They rematched against them in the qualifying losers bracket round and said, if we can't beat them, join them. Fire with fire, played Bangalore here. But yeah, look at this angle from Nox. So now that's why they're running this Bangalore team competition. Just keep that in mind. But they go down in this one. Nice job from Skittlecakes, pushing wide left, finishing this kill on SlurpeeG and staying alive.
So check this out, though. You know, and the comp just kind of evolves as the rounds go by because they're about to start getting themselves enough money to be able to get the thermals. And once they get those thermals on those volts, at that point in the P2020s, they're going to be popping through that smoke and they can be aggressive whenever they want. So they'll be able to sneak in some damage, and that's where they'll get the most out of this Bangalore comp. So with us being around number 3, everybody's got purple shields. And they will be able to have those weapons leveled up.
Hostile close. And that's actually, I'm not gonna lie, a big part. I actually personally enjoy watching round number 1 the most in arenas because you don't have a ton of loot. Not everyone's guaranteed to have shield bats, shield cells, all types of loot. It comes down to pure gun skill, kind of vanilla stock, if you will. My personal favorite. But no, it's good to see these late games. Obviously, you get a lot more tactical, a lot more strats when you can decide what ults you want to get, what abilities, etc.
And the Pathfinders too as well, with their weapon choices of the P2020s and a wingman, they're trying to stay mobile but also use most of their money for their meds and their grapples so that they can stay putting out damage and being productive for the team on initiations when they need them to be. So everybody's getting really creative with weapons in which they want to bring out. Some good shots coming in from Skittlecakes. He'll have a good lead on Slurpee. Still at full health himself, so he'll move up. Dezignful's cracked. He has to pop a battery. Slurpee's getting a sail off, just one, because he wants to return some fire, but he took way more damage than he was expecting. Johnsonville will get initiated on. How will they fare? Skittlecakes can't climb to the high ground the way he needs to, but he will move forward. Johnsonville, they rotate towards the maintenance side of the map. Just barely avoids this fight, but now, John, they have to go back. They can't run anymore.
Yeah, that's a wise play by the Johnsons. Able to stay alive, reset that fight. For the most part, not too far behind in damage, but Dezignful pushes up. The Wingman King himself cracks one, and now needs to be super cautious. Wide angles from Dezignful. I like how he's playing this. Needs to get in the fight, though, ASAP. His teammate goes down, Slurpee. Dezignful trying to do what he can. He looks like he's going to knock one, 2v2, make it a 1v2 situation, but Noct has them both so hurt.
Oh, and that's going to be Gilderson finishing off the round. Dezignful, he had the presence of mind in that team fight to know, I'm not about to fight from the low ground. Let me climb up, get the high ground, and from there, he controlled the entire situation for his team. Good plays by him. And yeah, this is going to see from Skittlecake's point of view, you see he's taking all that damage from up top. Dezignful's like at 2 HP as well. There's not much in which he can do, but he understands that as long as he plays his heady well, hey, his team has the advantage.
That's a great point, and I like that point in particular about not playing the low ground, because that's actually what Esports Arena did. All 3 of them on low ground. That's a big part of why they lost that.
It was a 3-second decision that won them the round. 3 seconds.
That's right.
That was it. He says, you know what? I'm gonna go high.
Yeah.
You guys can all stay down there. An early nade being thrown out from SlurpeeG. That's gonna back Skittlecakes up off the peel. Some damage coming in off that nade as well. He's cracked, getting back to his team. You'll start to see Esports Arena trade off a little bit of fire. They will be able to get him to reset.
And that last fight, that last round, proved exactly the point I was making, right? Johnsonville, so good in those 3v3 fights. ESA has found success when they're able to play angles, play a little wider, play a little slower. See what happens this round, though, because at the end of the day, you gotta shoot your guns to be able to compete from an individual perspective. I'm going to Skittlecakes now. He's gonna actually spot one massive out cracks for about 70, and his teammate needs a finish.
Slurpee trying to help his team out. They are all on the edge of this bubble. One shot. Dezignful can't pop the battery. He goes down as well. It's up to SlurpeeG. Not much in which he can do. This is winnable. This is winnable. Skittlecakes pop the battery. He's rotating the pillar to the left, to the right, to the right. Oh! Almost made it back around. He gets that battery off. He will turn that fight back into his team's favor. That would have been so clutch to take the map, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Going to round number 5.
I would have lost my mind. Not going to lie on that one. Let's take a look at the
Same.
replay. I mean, literally milliseconds away from being able to stay alive right there. Skittlecakes, though, good plays overall. He's the one that actually broke ice by initiating that fight. Wisely backs out, lets his teammates kind of finish, and then re-enters that fight immediately. SlurpeeG melting, almost clutching a 1v3. And look at this damage. Able to finish off here.
Honestly, he probably should just fought with what he had.
You think so? 5 HP?
Yeah, nah, he hit about 80. It was
he
about
did have
80
80,
to 120. It was about 80 to 120.
That's worth it then, 100%. Skittlecakes' movement, by the way, on path. He is out-rotating.
Yeah, he really is.
Rounds in a row. Yep.
So Slurpee doesn't see the Pathfinder right off the jump. He gives that info to his team. They know they can make plays on those pills eventually, but Duplex is getting aggressive on a Gibby. He'll move up into maintenance with knock. Slurpee needs to be careful not to get isolated out of this fight. Now, Dezignful does a great job putting himself in good position. Slurpee trying to make it back to his teammate. Gilderson has to do the same thing, but how many Bangalore smokes does he possibly has to work with?
That's what I'm wondering, right?
He used them all defensively. There's an offensive one for them to be able to move up. There's the thermals getting some good shots through his smokes. Well, decent shots. Skittlecakes decent as well.
Oh.
That's a better fare. He'll get his shields cracked. Slurpee knows he needs to move in. Can he take out Duplex? He will. It's a 3v2 situation for Johnsonville to take the lead. Looking for their next kill. Skittle working his shield. He plants a nade. Turns around with the Mastiff. The trap isn't that successful, but he swings around. Some solid shots playing the edge very well, but the battery is popped. 72 flash. The flatline's clapping. They could do it. 1v1 Dezignful. Oh, he gets flanked in the Esports arena. They'll go up one.
I can't believe they pulled off that 2v3 clutch, insane plays with the Mastiff, the damage done and the knocked, to have the wherewithal to actually exit that fight. Rather than healing, though, goes wide right, gets the angle, and Dezignful has no idea. Huge plays right there from ESA. They just stole that round.
Ooh, Plex with the shotty.
To your body.
We know a lot about shotguns, John, okay? And he played that right hand better than I've seen most.
It's a fact.
Man.
This guy playing Gears, he playing Apex. What's it?
We don't know. But hey, we give it our stamp of approval, Duplex.
That's right.
We head into round number 6. Slurpee. He's aggressive, but he had to check it first. He'll get some free meds. He'll get some crafting medals as well. That's extra cash going into the next round. If it is going to be a next round.
Yeah, the end of the year. ESA takes their first lead of the day, by the way. Opportunity to close this out this round, and it's going to be a slow play for them. Both teams playing opposite sides of the map. East, west, if you will. Skittlecakes, though, trying to take matters in his own hands. The wide left flank. You already know his clanky Pathfinder-looking self is making a ton of noise. Dezignful Gildersons are going to hear. They're going to back out, reset. And they're going to flip spots.
All right, both squads shifting. Looking for better positioning. The smokes will go down. The thermals are up. They get the intel. Ooh, do you want that? They can't get that L-Star. You can get that flatline and the Spitty if you want. Johnsonville taking a lot of damage, but they got cover. It's Esports Arena in the power position with that Spitfire in the hands of Duplex. The Mass is connected on Dezignful. They all stay aggressive. They're on top. They'll connect with the shots. They're hunting them down.
It's hunting season, Blaze.
For Johnsonville. Can they return the favor from the previous round? SlurpeeG's popping the battery. Gilderson has the Spitfire, actually, but his teammates go down. He didn't get the knock that he needed, but he hasn't given up. The Arc Star's on his left. He has to move forward, and he can't get it done. Esports Arena with the comeback. They'll take map number 1.
Man, that was a hell of a map number 1. I'm not gonna lie, a lot closer than I thought it'd be. That round, obviously, 2v3 clutch. Coulda, maybe shoulda gone the way of Johnsonville. In that scenario, Johnsonville's up 3-2. I think we go the distance to round number 9, but instead, ESA clutches up. We saw a little bit of everything there, right? We saw some good pound-for-pound gameplay, 3v3 gunfights. We saw 2v3 clutches. We saw some good rotations. We saw a really, really good job in that last round, catching Dezignful in a bad spot and using the Pathfinder mobility to chase him down to get that kill to break ice, which secured the round. I mean, brilliant plays right there.
Yeah, brilliant plays indeed. And, you know, it was Dezignful, he was in the best spot he could be behind his teammate Shield. It was the rotation that came through from Knocked, okay? As he backed up, I think in his mind, he was like, man, do I got to clutch up the 1v3? He wasn't expecting Duplex to start duping on people the way that he was with that Mastiff. But he had the right angle at the right time, and that was a clutch round. And the one before, SlurpeeG could have clutched that 1v3 as well. So both these teams showing that they're evenly matched. And I think it was super important for Johnsonville to come out and just, hey, show Esports Arena that we're here to play. We're here to contest you guys. Like, this is not going to be an easy battle.
Yeah, Blaze, and all that I got to ask you, did we just invent a new term? Duping on people?
Duping on them. I like it. Don't you? It sounds good.
I think it has a ring to it.
Duping on them. Watch, it's about to be in the highlight. Yeah. It's about to be in the highlight right here, okay?
Yeah. Watch them.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Duping by yours truly, Duplex. Coming up here soon. You can get a little preview from Skittles there, right? You know, he shows what duping could be.
Yeah, he's got duped.
You're gonna see it for the man himself.
He got duped on
Skittles right here. Oh, see, that's duping.
It was Skittles. Yeah, that's duping right there.
It wasn't even Duplex. It was Skittles. I take it back.
Yeah.
I take it back.
But it's still duping. It's not Skittling.
It is. He's still duping.
He's still duping, for sure.
He's still duping, but hey, I just want to give Skittles his praise, man, because I was hyping up duping. It was Skittles the whole time getting sweet with him.
Yo, I kind of like it too because it's like a combination of get duped, like get pooped on, you know, and also
it's backwards.
Yeah, and also get like just dookied on you. You know, it's like dookie and I like it. It has kind of a double entendre.
It ain't the key for me, but I'm down for the duping.
It ain't the key. All right, perfect. Listen, for whoever's in this chat right now, let's make this a thing. Let's get this popping. Duping, courtesy of Duplex. ESA wins map number 142. Map 2 though, Phase Runner Blaze. Preview, what we gonna see here?
All right, heading here on Phase Runner. So I am curious to see what we're going to see because we saw yesterday how powerful the Rampart can be with the shields.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to Phase Runner, you can choose to play either side of the map. You can take the Phase Runner side or you can take Construction side. So I think with these two squads, they're going to probably play primarily more towards Construction side. But also it's kind of depending on where that zone's going to pull as well. So we'll see. I think we're in for, me and John truly don't know, okay? We're going to have to just kind of really hop into it. But if it's one thing that we know, these players are hitting shots.
Yeah, I know RKN yesterday was kind of speaking to why he didn't want the Arena Demons to advance because they run such cringe team comps, and that's Rampart's a big part of that. I think we're going to see some more traditional team comps here for both of these teams. I think we're going to continue to see some Octane, Pathfinder, Gibraltar in the hands of ESA working well for them, and especially on this map, I think that'll stay true. I don't know for Johnsonville, though, if they're going to continue to run that Bangalore or if they'll change it up. So I think that's where we might see a switch up.
Yeah, I don't think you should bring the Bangalore out on this map. This map could even be good for the Wraith, all right? So one thing that we've been seeing with the Wraith is Wraith being used offensively to get behind opponents, to take power positions. And once that Wraith acquires that POI, they open the door wide open for their teammates, or they maybe open the door for their opponent to 3v2 their teammates. But, you know, that's kind of the fire you're playing with when you make an offensive play like that with Wraith. But also, of course, the reposition and the defensive capabilities of it as well will be very useful. Nonetheless, we're about to find out what our team comps are going to look like, but we do know we got two bomb squads ready to win it all. But who can make it to the finals? Esports Arena or Johnsonville? Map number 2 is about to tell us a lot. Let's get it, John.
Let's get it. Phase Runner, map 2. And that's why, if you see right now in this overview, what we're speaking to, Bangalore, not so great because it's such a wide open map. You could smoke, and there's still basically not a lot of cover, not a lot of too much visibility for you, if you will. So I think you might see, you know, I think Valkyrie could fare well in this map. Obviously, Octane, I think, is a really, really good fit. But we're going to see the same team comp for ESA. I'm curious. Flip on over to the Johnsons, see what they're running.
All right. What are 3 favorite Johnsons queued up with today? They keep the Bangalore. All right, let's see how they make good usage of the smokes. But when it comes down to a smoke on these platforms, you can block off that whole sight line and move up any way in which you choose. You're gonna see Dezignful use that bubble to acquire those meds early on. His teammates watching over him. Johnsonville, they're going to rotate wide left, take this low ground, uses Bangalore smoke for coverage. Duplex drops his bubble right away. He's not going to get jumped on and surprised. As Skittlecakes takes the high ground, he sees Dezignful to the left. Some solid shots, not gonna get the shield crack, but Nock will get the flesh. That's a lot of intel coming over there for Esports Arena. They're gonna rotate wide right towards the face runner, trying to take these stairs. But Johnsonville had the presence of mind to know that, hey, we know what you're playing for, and we're not gonna give you that advantage.
And Skittlecakes is solo right now. They can take this 2v1. Instead, Skittle gets a wide open flank, and it's a little aggressive of a play, and he's gonna get punished. Thought he had to get out of jail free card with the Q, but instead, he gets taken out. We gotta see if ESA can do it again. Can they clutch 2v3?
ESA, last time they did it, they got so much momentum off of it. Skittlecakes is going to get taken out. The zone's going to push everyone towards the center, and Esports Arena is starting to heal back up. Some solid shots. Both players are flesh on Esports Arena.
That's a G.
The zone will take care of them. The repeater came out as well on the side of Johnsonville. They'll strike first once again in round number 1.
That's right. Nock tried going for the quick rotation, seeing maybe we can go and gatekeep them is our best bet. Maybe could have gotten that supply crate loot along the way, but nonetheless, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not a lot you can do in a 2v3. And I respect the attempted play from Skittlecakes to try and clutch a 1v2 there with the damage that was done from his teammates, but you ended up just getting basically 2v1 yourself, and it ended up costing him.
Yeah, it did. It ended up costing him indeed. And, you know, like, Bangalore is flesh. Gilderson, he's a few shots away from going down. You get that knock, you use the grapple to reposition, your team is up. But, you know, he had the Gibby next to him. He had Dezignful with his arm shield up, and, you know, he had the protection. High risk, high reward, but, hey, it was more on the risk. On board with Slurpee. Not going to connect with too many wingman shots. He's going to reposition for a better angle to Gibby start meleeing. It's a brawl, and it will be Duplex winning the battle with the thick boys. But Gilderson trying to get that knock, rotating wide left, trying to connect with the wingman. Slurpee has his back, but he's the focus of attention. They get it done. Johnsonville go up 2-0.
All right, Johnsonville showing this is going to be just as back and forth as map 1 was a microcosm for the entire match. I think this has the potential to go the distance plays, maybe even a game 5. I hope it does, but load around from them. Dezignful goes down, SlurpeeG and Gilderson clean up Skittlecakes, last alive, and they take that one in a pretty fast round number 2.
Yeah, a really, really fast round number 2. And, you know, the first knock came out for Esports Arena. With Johnsonville, they had to call out and they had a quicker reaction time to the battle that broke out unexpectedly. And that's why they came out on top. They were very decisive in the fights in which they wanted to take. Slurpee hits for 41. A decent lead on a shot. The bubble will go down. Duplex wants to contest. He'll move up to the edge. A better bubble. Slurpee has him at flash. He holds the shot. Couldn't get the headshot, but there's the knock. He's knocked 2v2. Gilderson with the second. Oh, he doesn't get it. Skittlecake stays alive. P2020 come out. But it's gonna be Esports Arena staying alive.
Yeah, that's right. And I thought that Johnsonville could have snuck that one away. Slurpee did such a good job there off the rip, downing one with some brilliant wingman shots. But what I disagree with right there, Blaze, is all 3 members of the Johnsons running wingmans. Obviously, wingman's super powerful, kind of in meta for arenas. But the fact that they all had wingmans and missed a couple shots right there is why they lost that fight. I think if they have a little bit of a combo of an SMG spray or maybe a Volt, maybe a Mastiff, shoot a little faster, I think they win that fight. Look at this from Slurpee, though.
And you know what? That's a great call out on the economy there for Johnsonville. And now that you mention it, John, they're already up 2-0. Technically, they do have a round to give. Maybe they're stacking their money. All right, stacking their money to put themselves in a power position. We'll see if they can outnet their opponent for the victory, play the long range battle because they are going to be on that side of the map. They can go tit for tat. We'll see what the strategy is. We'll see what weapons they're going to be running as well.
And here's
the wingman P2020 again.
Exactly. I'd love to do a quick scan around of all of the Johnsons to see if they're all running wingman again, because we saw a flatline in the hands of Nox. We see a Mastiff in the hands of one. Here's that flatline I mentioned. Yeah, it's 2 wingmans. Design
Peacekeeper.
And last is Gilderson. I wonder where Gilderson's holding, but nonetheless.
I say we move this way.
A lot of wingman action.
All right. SlurpeeG and Gilderson working that left side.
Yeah,
Gilderson, same thing. Wingman
Yeah.
Pink 2020. Okay. Crack isn't going to be there. Duplex pops out with that Mastiff. He's going to tickle him just a bit. Gilderson pops back up into the fight. Skittlecakes has to climb in. That's a solid shot. Arcstar on the ground, protects the edge, tries to get in for the point blank, but he goes down, and it's Johnsonville coming out on top to tie this series all up 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our semifinals. The winner goes to the grand finals, and when we come back, we'll see who can get the lead in this series in map number 3. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our first semifinal matchup for the UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Blaze and Fallout. It's been a great match. This has actually been one of the most evenly based matches we've had today, since we've really only seen 3-0s, but ESA finally showing they can bleed, Blaze.
Yeah, showing that they can bleed, and you know, Dezignful, SlurpeeG, and Gilderson, they're picking them apart round by round, just matching them up, playing man on man, and just out putting more damage to them, and it's working out for them. They know how to play these close quarter battles, and they're keeping it simple, and that's been their key to victory so far in the rounds in which they've won. But it's not over with yet. Esports Arena, they lose their first map of the tournament. I'm curious to see how they bounce back in
Taylor,
map number 3.
I gotta say, you know, really ESA is showing they have a Johnson's heel here.
A what?
A Johnson's heel? Like
Yeah, no, they definitely do. They'll yeah, I don't know.
It's a Johnson's heel. I gotta go.
I don't know actually what
like
that
an Achilles,
is.
like an Achilles heel,
Like an Achilles heel, but a Johnson heel. Johnson is
Johnson's
their
heel. You know, Johnson's
they're
their
the
heel.
kryptonite. Johnson is the kryptonite.
Yeah,
kryptonite
exactly.
to ESA to be successful.
Man, I was
agree,
really hoping y'all would roll with that, man. Now I just sound stupid.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now the stream's gonna.
No, I'm
now the
sorry,
stream's gonna
John.
say
You know,
cringe.
usually I don't do that to you, but
You threw me under the bus.
I was lost.
I did.
I can't lie.
Hey, I told you. Okay, we're even. We're even.
We're even. You told me you could be mad.
You know, Fallout, we go back to map 1, man. I saw some beautiful massive plays from Skittlecakes, you know, in and out of the bubble, making, you know, really the magic happen. And then the polar opposite for map number 2 on Phase Runner, Skittlecakes doesn't get a kill. Duplex doesn't get a kill. Meanwhile, Gilderson getting pretty much all the kills, I think getting 5 in total, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful job from them. I mean, seriously, going into Thermal Station, they've got to have new life. They had a close map 1. They had, or speaking in regards to Johnsonville, close map 1. They also, you know, win map number 2. So map 3 could very well go their way. I know chat was saying this is very well could be almost like the grand finals in a way with how close and even these two teams are. I believe it. Fallout Blaze, map 3, Thermal Station. It's going to be a good one. Let's see how it turns out.
Thank you very much. All right, John. We're going to the home of the Johnsons on Thermal Station. Now, we know how good Dezignful is going to be on this map and how useful his Gibby is going to be. Let's see if he can lead his fellow teammates to victory. But I think they'll be okay. And as I said before, with Esports Arena losing that first map of the tournament, let's see how they respond.
That's right. Listen, I've rocked the chat back. Kawaii Kitty got the joke, said clever Fallout. I appreciate you. Someone gets it. Kawaii Kitty, I appreciate y'all. Now, jokes aside, though, you're right. Let's see indeed. Thermal Station map number 3. When we say this is the home of the Johnsons, what do we mean here? Well, Dezignful, part of G2. Thermal Station is their home. They have dominated, controlled, occupied, owned this location for the last 2 years of playing World's Edge competitively. Dezignful obviously is going to know this fight really, really well. Obviously, Arenas is slightly different, but I think they'll still rock that same Bangalore team composition. It worked well for them in both maps 1 and 2. And I'm excited. No, actually, they're going to switch it up here. They're going to go a Octane instead, which I think is a good decision because that's going to give you some verticality.
Yeah, I think that's going to be smart, especially when it comes down to taking over cylinder building and just the speed and the rotation along the edge of the map. It's a very powerful heady, and really you can't see anyone rotating there. So Octane could be a very, very powerful champion. Now, so far so good for both squads. Just going tip attack, getting some early meds, and that's going to be a crack and a knock there on Dezignful. Wasn't able to get that bubble down in time. He'll be cleaned up. It'll be up to his team in round number 1 to find a creative way to isolate a 2v1 and get an even fight.
That's right. 3v2 situation now. Dezignful gets kind of caught out again, which means ESA just has to slow play this, right? Get your health back. You have a 3v2. Just trade shots, trade kills. You should win. But can Gilderson and Slurpee clutch up? That is the question. Gild needs to be the one getting angles wide left. Looks like they're pulling for a wide left swing across the board here. And they'll be able to heal back up and reset. I like that ESA is just really playing this slow, taking their time.
Yeah, they are. But you see how the Octane can move around the edge of the map, though, without being seen too much. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, we get the vote out. You know, I've been trying to see the triple take action. I don't know why. I just want to. Nobody wants to touch it, though.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Got-
People want to touch. It's going to slow down here a little bit. I want to take a moment. Vegito said, follow out who you root for. I am a caster. I show no bias, but I want the Johnsons to win just because their team name is hilarious. You know, I don't show bias, though. Really.
Okay. Your prediction said something else.
It did, yeah, you're right.
That's what you call balancing out, right?
Exactly. It's the balance of the heart and the mind. My heart is in the Johnsons. That sounds real bad. My mind.
It don't, John. It's all love. Now, here in the round, check
I got a lot of love for John.
Esports Arena, they haven't initiated. They have taken their time. They are respecting them.
Yep.
They don't want to give them.
Actually,
And it may be a mad issue because they're not even fully healing. Skittle Cakes, all he has is a few syringes to work with. So if they take damage carelessly, they may give up the man advantage that they truly have with it's shifting over towards a health advantage on the side of Johnsonville. Here comes Knocked. Looking to rotate wide. Has to move up here through the center. Skittle Cakes is trapped. And he's going to be flesh. Johnsonville. Oh, they have an angle. They almost get the knock.
Oh, they do.
They will. Slurpee. He has a sail to work with Gilderson. He's going to get aped in a 2v1 on the opposite side.
Exactly.
One sail, 6 wingman shots.
That's it.
He gets the crack with that. Yeah, that's it.
And that's ESA playing that well, recognizing, hey, yeah, we can maybe take a 1v1 over here and lose that 1v1, but we're going to take our 2v1 elsewhere and playing numbers to a perfection. And yes, you know, a little very cautious. It shows the respect that they have for the Johnsons, the fact that they took that long and took their time. But it's the smart play. It's a textbook play to play it slow. Even though you have numbers, don't give another team an opportunity to clutch, just like ESA clutched that 2v3 and map number 1. We'll take a look at the replay, though. Dezignful getting caught.
Yeah, the only way Johnsonville clutches it up is if right here. No, this is Slurpee when he wins the fight, but here Gilderson needs to stay alive. He needs to find a way to know that, okay, well, if my teammate's pushing, maybe I'm gonna get pushed. He gets behind cover a little bit sooner, just maybe they come out on top. SlurpeeG, whoa, the arc star goes deep, forces the early bubble, but Dezignful with the heads up play. Now you're gonna start to see them rotate here wide left. They got the extra mass they needed. They want an initial engagement. That nade is kind of close, but Skittle Cakes, he dodges them both, climbs up, takes a creative position, moves in for the knock on Slurpee. They'll get it with the hit and run. He's out safely.
And that's huge. That's Path. And that's why Path is a must pick, in my opinion, in arenas. The ability to make a play like that and get out of dodge, be slippery, be able to reset, and just like that, ESA finds one. And no, it's not Dezignful this time, Poppy, in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. This time it's going to be SlurpeeG who gets caught.
Dezignful, he just wants to get one knock, but he's focused and his teammates focused immediately right after. After 2 rounds, Esports Arena has shown that aggression is the key, and they're not scared to fight. So going into round number 3, John, I think Johnsonville, they really need to go head up with them to start. They've been making a play for the meds, but they've been taking a lot of damage for that. I think Dezignful played for round number 1 with his bubble. The next round, Slurpee moved in with the zip line. And from there, Esports Arena says, hey, we're not going to allow these guys to reset.
Yeah, and that point I made to kind of start the match and in map number 1, and I can kind of continue to make, I think is really true. We saw it map 1, we saw it map 2. The Johnsons are great in these pound-for-pound 3v3 fights. They need to go toe-for-toe, and they need to try and get in the face of their opponents.
Here we go.
ESA survives and plays well when they avoid those fights. Right now, it's going to be a straight 3v3. High ground for ESA. ESA going to flank wide right. Gets great damage on SlurpeeG, but it's going to be a reset here. We'll have one team inside, one team outside on top.
Oh, duplex.
And it'll be a bit of a pause here.
Yeah, okay. So it will be Esports Arena on top of the building and Johnsonville inside 2nd floor, but this is the close range battle that Johnsonville needed that they haven't been able to get so far since this map started. Now at this point, you need to figure out how can I outthink my opponent with them having a high ground. This is a classic Apex Legends Battle Royale late game situation. Sometimes the high ground team don't always win. We get to watch this unfold second by second.
That's right. This will slow down here in this fight. We'll see where this ring's going to be pulling to in just a moment. But for now, not a whole lot is going to force these two to fight. And it's not going to be worthwhile for ESA to give up their high ground. Actually, as I say that, the bubbles are going to be dropped. ESA says, well, we want to fight. We want to prove Fallout wrong, that we can win these 3v3s. Skittlecakes gets absolutely mopped, duped. Dezignful, though, I'm not sure what happened there. He gets taken out. He got a little backpack. Gildersons and SlurpeeG find themselves in a 2v2. Look at the aggression. Wingman's going to be cracking. He's going to hit one. Hits the damage right after. Switches to the P2020. Needs to survive right now as Gildersons. Good thing he is Octane. He has great health, but decides to leave the fight still.
He was repositioning. He probably didn't know the situation of how many was knocked.
Is he committing? He's committing.
Smart. Whoop. Oh, they get it. It's Johnsonville getting their first round on the board. Dezignful with 5 HP right there at the end. He took some shots in the back, rotating out. But it was Gilderson who was able to win the battle. He had his teammates knockdown shield, which proved very useful there too as well. You always have to play to the end of the round, even if you're knocked, folks, okay? Be thinking about your teammates.
That's right. Great round right there from Johnsonville. And again, my point is just being proven even further. 3v3 fights. Johnson is at least at like an 80% success rate. When it's a pure 3v3 pound for pound fight, they are succeeding. When they allow the round to slow down, ESA to play angles, that's when they're really struggling here. So let's see if Johnson can force it again. Yes, they will. They're going right back to cylinder building.
Yeah, that last round, Dezignful got body blocked when he was trying to go for a shot. He just lost the battle with Gibby against Duplex. I'm excited to see it again. Who's going to have the high ground? Once again, oh, it will be Johnsonville. They took some damage. But it's Esports Arena to have the composure not to drop down off of that. Ooh. As I say that, Skittlecakes 5 HP. He climbs up. Duplex trying to be there for him. The bubbles will drop. Noctis up top. Duplex holding the door. Skittlecakes will reset. Will he? That's a flesh. That's not another crack. Dezignful will reset. Gilderson popping the battery. But can they truly? Yes, they can. Oh, Knock comes downstairs. Playing spoiler. It's a 2v2 situation. Knock by himself. Gilderson has a lot of help and knocked on the rooftop. They should be able to get the reses. His teammates feeling like, if you don't get your butt down here and win this fight,
before they heal up and smoke your ass
2v1.
Exactly. And unfortunately, he's not able to get down there. He's going to actually take this 1v2 wide right, swings, get some good damage in, but not going to matter. The Johnsons win the 3v3 again in a situation where I thought Skittlecakes surviving by the hair on his chinny chin chin was enough to initiate to break ice to heal back up. And no, somehow Gildersons and the Johnsons are able to just burrow themselves in that corner and survive. And look at these shots.
Oh man, they focused Duplex. If this is a 2v2, this was Skittlecakes finally goes down because he wasn't able to re-heal his health. He got the battery off and he had to re-engage. Knock had some solid shots with the Volt. But Dezignful really played that door down low very well.
Yo, Blaze. Hillstorm in the chat said he got duped? Question mark. That's what I'm talking about, Hillstorm.
Yes, sir. There we go. Keep it going.
Getting duped on. Oh yeah, that's a new thing in Apex. We need you
depending on how you say it, depending on how you say it, it could mean it hits for 11. That's a dupe, but not a dupe. You get what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You got to understand vibes. So Slurpee popping the battery, he gets it off. He moves up with Dezignful. Oh, the entire team of Johnsonville will have second floor.
Wait, that was Slurpee's last Q he just used just to jump on top of the building. Just keep that in mind.
He wanted the speed. And, in that situation, he really had to. He would have needed some Revenant legs to probably climb up that backside wall. The bubble goes down. The shots are there. Skittle, he'll knock one before he goes down. He's looking for the second knock as well. And there's Esports Arena not allowing Johnsonville to win 3 in a row. And they'll hold. They'll hold in keeping that momentum in their favor.
Yeah, that's right. Nice job by ESA avoiding the reverse MF sweep, as my man Lil K said it in the chat. Good job finally shutting down the Johnsons in that 3v3 fight. Will they just continue to flex their muscles, though, and say, let's keep fighting for the cylinder building? Instead, this time, it was that Arc Star. That's how he stuck him. Yeah, you're not winning that fight after you get stuck like that. You're also obviously going to be stunned. Push up, finish that kill. Great shots from Skittlecakes with the Mastiff, doing so much damage. 1.4k damage right there from Skittles.
Man, just getting those sweet cakes. Shot after shot. Full spreads.
Oh, boy. All right, so this one's going to slow down, Blaze. We have one team that obviously was able to take
they're about
control. It looks like the Johnsons are swinging. They're like, no, let's chill. We're going back for this supply crate. You guys can have that zone. We're going to go all the way back for supply crate. We're going to get the hill, and we're going to outlast you.
That's a smart move from them. Not giving Esports Arena the fight in which they expected. Some good shots coming out from Skittle Cakes once again with the wingman. Gilderson is going to have to heal soon. If Slurpee gets cracked, luckily for him, he will do the damage on Knock. That's going to allow his team to move forward and not be in a worse position. That nade was solid. It's going to force Knock back a bit, but he did get the battery off. Now Skittle Cakes, full red. Knock. He's going to be with 30 HP, maybe about 40. Luckily, he'll crack Slurpee. That'll give him a little bit of peace of mind, but the bubble's down and Dezignful's trying to take over, and he does. He gets the knock on Knocked. 3v2 situation. John, they're going to have to collapse soon. And they're going to take their time because they know that they got the numbers in this crucial round number 6 as they need to get this game all tied up.
Yep. I want to see the Johnsons play this with the same respect that ESA played it in round number 1. 3v2, slow it down. You got a ton of loot. Great resources to win this round. And sure, obviously, they don't get the revive. But here you go. They're slowly collapsing, getting angles, and pinching Duplex and Skittle, the duo, long time of this ESA squad. Obviously, alongside Verholst at first, they're actually going to get a res here. And the arc stars are going to keep them off. So
that's a good art.
Great art.
The zones. That gives his teammate enough time, but the shield does allow the battery to get off. Knocks back in the mix, but Dezignful knocks Duplex. Both players trapped on the low ground. The nade's gonna push Skittle Cakes out. The wingman will get the knock, and Knock falls. We're all tied up 3-3.
God, listen, I agree with Always Asian in chat. This is a ton of fun, and I could not agree more. So entertaining. Hope y'all enjoying. The gameplay, of course, is perfect. Is absolutely putting on a show for us. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Superb indeed. Hope you're enjoying the cast. This has been so much fun to watch so far. What's so interesting with these two teams, one, how they're playing it, not afraid to fight each other, high-level gameplay, but the fact that Johnsons are literally team wingman till death, and Esports Arena is willing to change it up with the flatline, with the Mastiff, with different weapons, it's just made things really, really interesting. It's almost like a battle of wingmen versus everything else.
And Johnsonville, they're confident with their ability to hit shots. And when it comes down to the economy aspect of arenas, wingman isn't that much, okay? And they're not even fully upgrading it. They're keeping it at blue with the bruiser. And this is how they're winning majority of those battles, playing together, playing tight, and using the rest of their money for the heals to stay in these fights a little bit longer. Knock hits a decent peacekeeper shot. And it's Esports Arena playing from the low ground. They'll be able to pop out the bubble. It's Gilderson holding the angle. The nades will be around a corner. They'll use their opponent's bubble, but here comes the friendly. They'll be able to hold this edge a little bit longer. Dezignful's getting aped on. Esports Arena not taking too much damage, but not quickly focused. Turns it into a 3v2. 2v2 situation. Gilderson, the Slurpee, the Peacekeeper on Duplex, the 3v2, Skittle holds the angle, he's flashed, and he's out of here. Johnsonville takes the 1-round lead.
What a play right there from Slurpee with the Mastiff, not missing a shot. Brilliant gameplay right there, and I'm with you in the chat. Knocked us down, grabbed the duper scooper, and D. By the way, that was a great one to hop from hostile dunk. But great plays right there coming through. Duper scooper certainly picked up.
Truly did. And Skittle, this is where he was putting some good shots in, but not got focused. Okay, that Octane took a lot of damage. It was quickly returned by taking down Dezignful. And then from here, Skittle Cakes just playing his corner tight. He did his best. I don't think he was trying to run away, maybe just hop off the wall, get a better angle, but he knew he had to commit to the fight as both squads committing to controlling his POI. It will be Esports Arena on the high ground. SlurpeeG took a lot of damage. He'll have to pop that battery early. Is that a Gibio? Yes, it is. Coming down early. Here comes the fireworks.
And SlurpeeG is literally out of this fight right now. If I'm ESA, I'm taking this fight while I can. They must have seen the damage ticks. Slurpee's able to heal back up, and all Johnsonville is trying to do is reset, stay alive right now, as it looks like either this lobby's slowing down, maybe having some server issues, or it might be our observer client, hopefully the latter. Tech is a lunatic in the chat, by the way, spreading fake news as we're jumping on board Skittle Cakes.
And both squads get healed up. They're healed up. Slurpee is still in the outskirts, though. He's wide. He gets the shot on Duplex. They didn't see him. He gets it down with the wingman. They forgot all about him. But there's going to be knocked even in the odds. It's a 2v2 situation. Slurpee is weak. Oh, he goes. Oh, he holds the shot. Dezignful.
Oh, my God.
It's the map. It's Johnsonville. They'll take the lead 2-1 with some close quarter perfection when it comes down to the shots on a Mastiff and a Peacekeeper. Those CQC fights paid dividends for Johnsonville. Whew.
Blaze, hands are on my head. Jaw is dropped. I'm lost for words. Speechless.
I can't get the words out, bro.
Listen, I'm never speechless. Y'all know me. I could talk for literally hours. Same with Blaze. Speechless. Insane finish to that game right there. And y'all better put some respect on Dezignful's name. You've been duping on him all day in the chat. He clutches the 1v1 for the bread, puts the Johnsons on top, makes Blaze look like an actual genius calling the upset, by the way. But hey, we still got 2 maps left, baby. I'm still getting ESA in 5.
We still got 2 maps to go, but Dezignful on his home turf showing that, hey, it don't matter who I fight, wherever I fight them, bring me the action. I'm about it. And so I can't wait to see these highlights because we're going to see so many great plays from our squads. We see in the early game a lot of aggression from Esports Arena. We see at the mid game, Johnsonville says, you know what? Let's make this a close quarters engagement. We'll fight you every single round for the cylinder building. That fight plays out for about 4 rounds, John. But then with all of that intel, Dezignful says, you know what? I know how to mix it up. I know how to get the advantage on you guys. They make the right adjustments. They come out victorious.
That's a fact. Great plays coming through despite the strong start from ESA. And again, when it came down to those 3v3 pound for pound fights, Johnsonville, I think, won there 3-1, maybe? You know, close to it. They're able to outlast, outplay, outperform, and in the end, outclutch. Design in the 1v. I can't wait for this highlight here to come up in just about 45 seconds, man. Because I
want to see it from his POV.
Final round. I know, I'm stoked.
Yeah, and
hopefully we got Dezignful POV for that. That'll be nuts.
Yeah, this is like 2 rounds away from the last one. And so Esports Arena forgot about SlurpeeG, and he got that initial knock on Duplex. He was at that pillar at the right of the dome, and he was so patient before he engaged in that fight. His timing was well, and it was a very great design play coming out from the boys of Johnsonville.
Did you say greatly designed play?
Yes,
that was really good. That was really pun intended, right?
Yeah, all day.
God.
All day from the IGL.
You're too slick with it, bro. You're too good. This is why I got a crush on you.
This is the round. Okay. Early engagements. That's the knock. No. Oh, yeah, right there.
1v. What a breath.
Oh, look at. Oh, 88. Oh.
That ain't no arm shield. Poppy Chulo in the chat. That's called a nice little bubble wiggle strafe with the big old fat Gibby. All right, that's called getting outplayed. I don't care what you say.
Hitting shots.
That's called hitting shots, and that's what design does.
That's called staying composed.
Fact.
That's called posting your feet up in the paint.
That's that.
Okay, that's called planting on your back foot. You know, my boy Fallout, our boy Fallout, used to always stay in gears, and I will give him this. He taught me this one. He said, Blaze, sometimes you gotta take a shot to give a better shot. Okay. You got to take a shot to give a better shot. And Dezignful knew he had to hold his position, okay? And Nick was right about that, all right? And so he had to soak up a little bit of that damage. He said, oh, okay, I got something for you. Bang. That's the round.
That's the round. Nice shot from Dezignful. Great game right there from the Johnsons, obviously going down to ESA. But hey, I'm staying firm in my prediction. I called ESA to take this. Something tells me we're going the distance to game number 5. I still have ESA clutching in game number 5. I know you're graceful, Blaze. You would give me a chance to switch predictions, but I ain't going to. I'm not taking that.
I would.
I got ESA in 5, bro. I listen, Skittle Cakes, Duplex, one of the best duos in the game. Simply. Facts. Knocked the perfect third for this team. They're playing so well in these fights. I got ESA clutching up here game 4. They're going to win this 4-2, is what I'm going to say. And then we're going to a game 5. It's going to round 9. Cool.
All right, game 5, round 9. I like that prediction, John. And I honestly hope that we get there. And we have a really great map cycle that we get a chance to play on. I think Dome is going to be our map 5 in this series, and we haven't seen too much of Dome, but it's going to be fun to play on. I think it's a really fun POI to play at. You know, it's a very circular map, and I'm curious to see how the rotations are going to play in. because it's open too in the middle as well. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be
We
fun.
shall see.
It'll be a fun map. I'm blanking now. Map 5 if it comes to it. What was map
Dome.
5? Dome. Okay.
Dome.
Okay, so we got
Yeah.
Phase Runner. Or not Phase Runner. We got Party Crasher and then Dome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And
solid.
so the buildings in Dome, right? Because that's what makes arenas dope. When we see typical locations around some of our favorite maps that we play ranked on a lot, like World's Edge. So Dome and those style of buildings that we see at Geyser, we haven't seen too many fights there, and I'm curious to see how they will play out.
That's right. Well, here we go. Map number 4. Appreciate the kind words on the commentary and the kind feedback. Scary Dreams saying great commentary words. Appreciate the kind words in the chat, y'all.
All love.
Much love. All love indeed. Much love to every single one of y'all tuning in right now. Hope y'all are enjoying this as much as we are, because it has been quite the semifinal matchup. I am stoked for game number 4. Can ESA clutch up to force a game number 5, or will the Johnsons pull off the upset, making Blaze look like a genius and continue this hot streak that they've been on?
We about to find out. It's map number 4 on Party Crashers, and it has been a party so far. Shout out to UMG Gaming for putting on one of the best broadcasts that we've had at Apex in a long time. Always bringing the vibes and keeping the action on screen. Here we go. It's game time. We're gonna have the Pathfinder, Gibby, and Octane on the side of Johnsonville. We may see a similar team comp. Yes, we will. It's mirror match.
Yo, Blaze, take this commentary. You can do a little solo dolo first. I gotta get a tweet out. I was about to tell every single one of you on the chat, if you're enjoying this, spread the word. And I realized I haven't even tweeted yet. I'd be a hypocrite. So I'm about to get a tweet out, Blaze. You take this, chat, retweet, spread the word. If you're enjoying this, let's get the entire Apex community up in here. Let's show some support for Esports Arena for Johnsonville. Show UMG that we're grateful for them putting on this arenas match and tournament for us, because it has been so much fun to watch. Let's get this place popping, Blaze. Take it away.
Don't worry, John. I got the boat and I got the chat. The fight's about to go down. SlurpeeG, Skittle Case getting aggressive here towards the front. And Skittle will find himself some great positioning right in front of his opponent's base. Slurpee gets a little bit closer towards his teammates because he knows that they may get engaged on soon. But not with Duplex having his shields cracked. He's not going to be healing just yet. Doesn't have the peace of mind to be able to pop those cells. He feels danger. He feels like he's getting pressed, but it's actually Skittle Case who is trying to get a crack of his own to be able to alleviate some pressure from Duplex as he's getting focus from everybody. But surely Skittle Case won't climb up, but Noct will. He'll get the crack on Gilderson. He has to back down on the fight. Gonna crouch, use the heady. Dezignful with a quick bubble. Skittle Case with a high ground. He'll hold this, but he has to watch the left. He moves in. The flank on Gilderson misses the blind fire shots. Moves in, trying to take down Slurpee. But it's Skittle and Duplex who are weak. They go down first. Dezignful, he is scared for his life, but not leaving the fight. It's gonna be Gilderson for the win. He can't get it. Noct with the dub. Esports Arena. They strike first.
Won a game that is a must-win. Their backs against the wall, win or watch the broadcast and watch someone else take that giant chunk of the 10K pool, and ESA shows up in round number 1. But it was a close one, Blaze. Another insane game. Great plays from Noct in the final 1v1 here. No HP. Clutch is up. Are you kidding me? That's how we start here in map 4? Damn.
Both players were at 5 HP. He hits 2 blind fire wingman shots. He wins the round, but it was Esports Arena all on top of him. Dupe was right behind him, ready for the cleanup. Johnsonville, we'll see how they strike back. Both squads gonna be playing the mall side. Some great grapples coming out from Skittle and Slurpee, but an early nade from Skittle's teammate will allow him to get those meds. Gilderson with the height advantage, trying to get some shots to force those players back. He's not going to hit for much, but his teammates will have the low ground. Noct buying time for Skittle to hit the Phoenix.
By the way, the tweet is out, y'all, and I included the UMG Twitch link. Let's prove that the algorithm thing isn't true. Everyone go retweet, spread the word, y'all. Let's get people in here. Fallout with 2 T's on Twitter. Tag my boy Guy Blaze. Let's get this place popping. But back into the gameplay here. Duplex gonna get the first knock here, and it's gonna be ESA picking up right where they left off, dominating here in game number 4 after we saw Johnsonville win the last 2.
Man, oh man, Esports Arena, they're trying to come in with a hot 3-0. They're a round away from doing it, but let's not forget, this was the same position they were in Thermal Station, a round away from winning the map and going up in the series, but they got picked apart round by round. Now, what's not going to play well for Johnsonville Fallout is that they're not going to get in too many close quarter engagements on Party Crashers. So that strategy may not work out for them. Now, getting a wingman, saving the economy, going tit for tat, and out healing their opponent, that can work for them. But Esports Arena, they're very confident with how they initiate on the fly.
Yeah, that's a great point. Obviously, the way that Party Crasher plays is you get in these kind of mid-range or long-range like this engagements right now. Each team's playing east or west. So we're going to have a long-range fight that does not play in the favor of Johnsonville, which we mentioned. Obviously, it's a kind of a pickup team here. 3 very, very skilled Johnsons. But in the end, ESA, the better overall team. I don't think that could be argued, given the fact that they have so much chemistry. They play so well together. So the longer these fights draw out, the better of the situation for ESA, in my opinion. And we'll see if I may have to eat my words here, though, as Johnsonville is currently against the wall. ESA has the opportunity to close this out in 3. Can you imagine?
I might have to disagree a little bit that the longer these fights play out, I think Johnsonville can come back. I think that's going to probably pay out to their advantage. They're going to be able to get the care package weapons. That way they can upgrade. They're going to have that flat line for a little more long range damage. They got the EVA 8 for the speed. And SlurpeeG, he has been very quick on this map, so that and the wingman combo should pay dividends on putting out damage. Now, the way that this hill is going to move up, it's not, well, that statue mid-map is going to be a power position soon, and whoever dominates that should have a lot of success. Looking at this zone, where does it want to pull? Dead center. So both our squads slowly having them leave their power positions.
Yeah, Noct is already there. It looks like it's going to be a slight advantage for ESA because the zone is pulling slightly further towards them. But nonetheless, fairly even here. Noct pushing up almost towards mid-statue right now, sitting right behind the pill. And they want to kind of play up and they want to gatekeep. As soon as the Johnsons decide to drop from the Party Crasher building and play for better positioning, they got to melt. Not a whole lot of cover to work with here.
Not a lot of cover to work with.
We got a wingman, by the way, in the hands of SlurpeeG, and all 3 of them, I think, have wingman. Car, though, obviously, because they got this light rate.
Yeah, that's a purple car with a heavy mag attached to it. Ooh, that thing shreds in the right hands, and I think it is in the right hands, if you ask me. All players moving up from Johnsonville, they're going to take that little slight rock. We did see the Arc Stars come out for Esports Arena. They got the utility for the late game. Gilderson, that's a whole battery he popping. Whoa, I know he regrets that one. The nades are out. Skittle Cakes knows he's behind that rock. He says, come here, let me give you a hug. Over the top, drops on Dezignful. What you doing, big fella? Get over here. Whoa, he knocks him. Rebuttal, but that's the round for Esports Arena. They'll win in a 3-0 fashion to get this all tied up 2-2. Ladies and gentlemen, our first map 5 that we have seen all tournament long. Who's gonna come out on top? Go retweet John Sweet. When we come back, we'll be sending our first team to the finals.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an electrifying series going to a Game 5 between Esports Arena and Johnsonville. This tournament has shaped up to be a great one, and I gotta say, Championship Sunday is not disappointing. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Blaze and Fallout, and guys, this series is fantastic. We do see an answer back from Esports Arena. Map 4 on Party Crasher Fallout. They end up winning that 3-0. Thermal Station giving them some problems, though. CQC fights going to the way of Johnsonville, and CQC fights is something we're gonna see a lot of in Game 5.
Yeah, that's a great point here in Dome. We're going to see a lot of that close quarters action, but this map number 4, completely different. Flipped on its head from other maps we've seen. A wipe clean for Esports Arena as they're able to take that 3-0. Take a look at the map score, 4-2, 3-1, 5-3, and then a hot, crisp 3-0. That takes us to a hot, crisp Dome for game number 5, Blaze.
Yes, Dome, game number 5. First game number 5 on broadcast. First time we're also seeing Dome on broadcast for this tournament. So a lot of firsts taking place, and it would be another first if we see ESA not in grand finals and Johnsonville finds themselves in that spot, Blaze. This is a big moment for them.
This is a really big moment for Johnsonville. And so going into map number 5, they got to let that last. They got to just shake it off and says, you know what? That didn't work out for our play style that we've developed, putting this team together for this tournament. When they shift over towards Dome, they will have more options at those CQC fights, those close quarter engagements. And I think they're going to fare out a bit well. I'm very curious to see how Esports Arena is going to adjust. Because for them, what's been really successful is their confidence on how they engage on these fights.
Sure. Yeah, and confidence
They're
is
quick
key.
with it. They're quick with it. Once they see that crack, they are flying right at you, and you have to make some quick decisions.
Taylor, I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm torn at the seams. I'm torn at the heart because, obviously I want to stick with my pick in Esports Arena to prove I was right. I hate being wrong. But at the same time, being able to say Johnsonville's made it to the grand finals would be a career bucket list. I could just check it off the list, And Johnsonville and grand finals in the same sentence. It's just insane.
I mean, when they created this team, they wanted success, but I mean, they were stacked, or at least the competition was stacked. But if they do make it, that would be big, to have Johnsonville in grand finals. I mean, because you think about Esports Arena, who's a staple now in the Apex scene. You got Pittsburgh Knights, you got Ghost, you had all these teams come in, CLG, and then all of a sudden you have Johnsonville in grand finals. It would be a beautiful thing. And speaking of beautiful, Fallout, there was a moment where you were speechless, and that was on Thermal Station. Dezignful, just beautiful Mastiff plays, and I think Mastiff is going to play a big impact on Dome with the close quarter fights, and he's going to be opposite of Skittlecakes, I'm sure. So Mastiff plays all around. Skittlecakes going against Dezignful. Map number 5. It all comes down to this. Winner moves forward to grand finals to play for $5,000. Loser still takes home $1,000, but I know they don't want their day to end just yet. Fallout plays map 5. Take it away.
Let's go, guys, because as we know, when it comes down to Johnsons, with great power comes down to great responsibility, okay? And this squad, okay, they know that they have everything in which it takes to come out on top. They just got to have faith in themselves, okay? Have faith in their experience with the reps in which they have gotten throughout this tournament.
Yep.
Because those reps has formed their identity and have created what we know as Johnsonville. We'll see if they can get it done, but Esports Arena, they have set the stage, you guys. When it comes down to Apex Arenas, they are the best of the best, but can they make it back to another grand finals and defend this arena? We're about to find out. Our first game 5 of the tournament is Esports Arena versus Johnsonville.
It's right.
Let's get it, John.
Let's get it. The previous UMG Arenas champions in ESA. Dezignful has won a championship with G2, now playing with 2 first-time potential finalists here. Game number 5. Chat, blow it up right now. Let us know who you want to win, ESA, or you're rooting for the Johnsons in Johnsonville. I want to see where we're at. Is it 50-50? Do we have a fan favorite? Who y'all got winning this? Esports Arena or Johnsonville? I called ESA to win it. Blaze called Johnsonville with the upset. I want to hear your thoughts as well.
Let's get it. Getting off. We got the same team comp for Esports Arena. Oh, Gilderson is bringing back out the Bangalore. So that tells me that Johnsonville is definitely playing for those close quarter engagements, using those smokes for the rotation and getting the high ground and getting these meds in the middle portion of the map. So far, so good with the strategy.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind here, if Thermal Station was Dezignful's home of the Johnsons, Johnsonville, if you will, Dome, arguably ESA's. They drop up in Lava City towards Big Mode and
summer condo
play towards Dome as well. This is kind of their condo, exactly.
Yeah, a little summer condo, okay?
Yeah, it's a summer condo.
They spend a lot of time in this area as well. Next door, right across the river.
I'd say it's more of a winter spot. You want to avoid, escape the cold, get to a little bit warm weather. You come over to Dome. Yeah, it's more of the.
Come over to Dome. A little bit more secluded. Because us as gamers, we be antisocial sometimes. We don't feel like being bothered.
Right? So we just kind of huddle up, play some games.
Be on, hey, meet me in the Discord channel, okay? You know what's popping. Let's queue.
Yeah, I've seen the chat respond to who they want to win here. I see Alex, the Gate saying Johnsonville. Robert Johnson's on top. Mood Music, Johnson. Steezy, Johnsonville. I think we got, ESA pouncing back here. I think we're close to 50-50, Blaze. Maybe Slate fan favorites for Johnsonville. But again, let us know who you want to take this slow start here. ESA recognizing, hey, we don't want to get in these 3v3 CQC close quarters combat fight.
All right. Now, you see that they are going to be bunkered up, but I'm trying to see the way that this hill is going to pull. They can't stay in this building for long, and Skittlecakes is going to be annoying. They're trying to move out the front. Oh, they're going for the high ground to take him off. They're challenging this fight using the tip of the bubble to just get a little bit of cover. They challenge Skittle, but Slurpee, he may have failed his mission. No knocks just yet. Here's the offensive bubble from Duplex. The quick shift from Gilderson. No smokes to be utilized. They rotate around. They take the fight from the front. Duplex goes down. Ooh. Man advantage Johnsonville. Knock. Can you stay on your feet? No, you can't. Above. Skittle Cakes. He just needs to play the heady. That's one, but not enough. It's Johnsonville staying creative and staying aggressive.
Johnsonville strikes first with a round 1 win, and you said it at the beginning there, using the tip of the bubble. Yeah, the Johnsons using just the tip right there to get that win of the bubble as they finished that one over Knocked and the rest of the squad here. Very impressive stuff coming through in round number 1 from the Johnsons.
Plus 10 for Fallout, plus 1 for Johnsonville. Now, they need to stay at this pace. They have, I think they let Esports Arena know that no matter what you think your game plan is going to be,
hey, Blaze, you get
better than that.
You get at least 5 points because you set me up for that one.
All day, bro. I don't even, you can take the 5 as well because we both winning. You feel me?
Hell you.
We both winning, dog.
You're the Jordan, my Pippen, you know what I'm saying?
I want to be the Pippen to your Jordan now.
Oh, damn, you're humble like that. Pippen never got paid those. I don't know. Anyways, back on topic.
But we know what he did, okay?
Yeah, we do.
You know, it's like the Beyonce to the Kelly, all right? Robin to the Batman. You always got these supporting characters out there.
It's a fact.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I'm board with Skittle Cakes right now. Going to be tagged up, has to drop from high ground. So SlurpeeG will be the king of the castle, if you will. But Skittle says, nah, king of the hill. This is my high ground. Pathfinder versus Pathfinder. Never mind. Skittle's like, yeah, I'm good. You can take it.
Now, Johnsonville moving up. That smoke on top of Duplex, blocking all his sight lines. They got multiple players cracked because Knocked is cracked as well. Skittle Cakes is gonna get close to him. Duplex is gonna group up as well. Everyone trying to get back to full health. The zone's moving in. Gilderson and Dezignful, I think they will be safe on these headies. SlurpeeG, he'll have the high ground. And so both team positions are flipped from the previous round. Duplex is even queuing up on that same door that Dezignful was before. And he was like, you know what? Let me see if I can use the same strategy as before. Skittle Cake's getting creative with his angles, but Slurpee, as soon as he gets the call out, he's going to start dumping on him from above.
Duping on him.
Duping on him.
Yeah, absolute dupe's about to come through from Slurpee on high. And of course, ESA starting to play a little bit scared. You know, you saw Skittles try to play with a little confidence to take top cylinders and high ground against Slurpee, but instead backed out, reset. And you got to play with confidence here. I saw a lot of rhetoric in the chat. You know, ESA is going to choke. Johnsonville is going to choke. Who's going to choke here in game 5? Who's going to perform? Who's got ice in their veins? And I don't know, man. Both these teams are pretty cold.
Check this out. You can easily just say my team's going to win, right? Rather than taking the opposite. You know, rather than saying who's going to lose, just say who you think going to win. You know, I don't know. Context. Well, not context, but no, that's just the difference between positivity and negativity.
Yeah, half glass full, half glass empty, you know, approach.
There you go, right? That's what I'm looking for. That's why you my duo, okay? Exactly. Taylor, I love you too as well, but that's why you my duo, John, all right? I got 3 duos in life, you, Taylor, and Benson, and
never mind.
I learned a lot from y'all.
I like that. Let's go this brother. Dezignful, just peeking and looking. I'm not sure, you can't see if we can actually take a peek where the ring's gonna pull towards. I'm not sure if we get that intel here for the river glitch. There it is.
It ain't many places.
No, it's not showing. It's not showing here either for some reason where it's gonna play. And
John, question. But like, as it's starting to pull in the bubble, how far can he toss it? How far can Duplex get that bubble out? He takes a little bit of damage. It's a close bubble. They're gonna have to use their opponent's Dezignful knows it. Slurpee falls down. God. He's knocked first. Duplex cracked, not cracked. Dezignful, he's knocked. It's all up to Slurpee. He can't get it done. And it's gonna be Esports Arena tying it up 1-1. And that's solely because, like, Johnsonville, on the way they initiated, Slurpee literally just was a sitting duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way his feet hit the ground, he took the stun. He got stunned and he got cracked.
We got to take a look at the replay. Let's take a look. You know what it is? It's all wingmen. Guaranteed. The reason they lose that round, all wingmen for the Johnsons. And yeah, Gildersons, the same thing, whereas the other squad had some LMGs. They had a couple ARs. They had some shotties. They had an SMG in the hands of Nox here. I mean, at the end of the day, that made the difference because I'm sitting here flabbergasted as to why they lost that round. I mean, they got the early damage on Duplex. He had no shields. They got the first knock. There's no reason they lose that other than the fact that they're using a semi-automatic wingman that is, sometimes you're not going to hit every shot. You need to, again, they're sticking to this wingman-only strategy. And, my hat goes off if they're able to pull it off. But that's the reason they lost that fight right there, in my opinion.
Well, this round, if they can get the supply crate, they'll set themselves up for a better late game and with some better weapons. Now, the supply crate is going to be outside of the zone. And Johnsonville, they was able to use that intel to know that they might not get contested, because I do believe every single round Esports Arena has been playing more towards the buildings that are going to be majority in the next hill.
Yeah, I'm still just lost at how ESA won that last round, man. And there's a whole thing. Listen, in the world, diversity is a great thing. Diversity, because diversity brings the best of multiple different assets, the best strengths to complement the weaknesses of different. Same thing's true with weapons here in this situation. There's strengths and weaknesses to every weapon. The wingman obviously has a great strengths in its DPS, but you absolutely gotta complement that with a follow-up SMG or flatline or massive.
Especially with them always playing in the close quarter engagements. Get yourself at least a mastiff in your back pocket. Unranked EVA 8 can go a long way without the bolt.
Yeah, I agree.
The way that they're fighting.
But jump back into this one here. SlurpeeG and Skittle Cakes literally stacked right now, high and low ground. Skittle's gonna back out and reset. Uses that get out of jail free card. Dezignful has to pop a bubble, so that'll be on cooldown for quite some time. If I am the Johnsons, I'm not looking to fight right now. Bubble this in a big disadvantage.
Now, Johnsonville, they see their opponent in front of them. They have to get some damage on these players on top of the roof. If they can get one crack, they can use Dezignful to close the gap and get into this front door. Oh, he was waiting for his teammate to get in and say, "You coming?" He says, "Give me a second."
Oh boy.
All right, they popped the batteries. But with everybody inside, this is the prime opportunity for Johnsonville to cut the gap if they know no one's on the roof. They saw two players run inside. This is where you need to take the roof.
Yeah. And let's take a moment to say, and that's a question, Blaze, is this the sweatiest game of arenas ever played in the history of Apex? Has to be. I think it is. He says, fuck yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like this. Chat, can y'all agree? Y'all gotta be honest. When it comes down to the 6 players that we have in this lobby and how sweaty they are taking this, how they don't want to lose, you can see their egos in every single play. The Arc Star goes down and forces the fight. The Wingman connects for a headshot on 60. Duplex has to heal. Skittle Cakes goes in to be the hero. He soaks up a lot of damage. Duplex trying to even the odds. He says, "Dog, thank you for trying, but my bad. I took too much damage." It's Johnsonville who will get a clean wipe.
There it is. Johnsonville ties it up 2-2, trading rounds and setting us up for a potential 4-4 for the bread sudden death round 9 matchup. Here's the replay here. Skittle Cakes recognizes, hey, they're using wingmen. We want to get close into this fight with aggression, but the damage was done, and here we go. EVA 8 in the hands of Guild, because were able to get that supply crate that got them something other than a P2020, and that's why they won that round there, Blaze, in my opinion. And obviously outpositioned.
It's so funny because Hellstorm in the chat was like, that Skittles grapple was clean, but he ain't seen the one that he about to do in that last circle. He kind of jinxed him, but he don't know it yet. But we in the future. All right. Here we go. Early smokes in the middle to help Dezignful to get these extra meds. Some suppressing fire at the top of the building. Knock, he knows the game plan. He has the thermal on that Volt, but not able to thread any shots. It's going to be a reset.
Chevy Media saying, best commentating. Imagine if ALGS casting was this chill and casual. You know what I'm saying? It's like bringing the best of the Daltouche cast with the ALGS cast. Yo, bro, me and Blaze be chilling. Oh, I like that.
We did an event. That was one of like the last times I cast when we was with Daltouche. You know, it was me, you, him, Daltouche, and I forgot who the other one was, but we had a good time at that event. You know,
the Nick Merckx gauntlet was just like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of he gets just he gets hype. We still get hype. Still professional. We had a little fun with it.
Mastiff needs to go in the hands of Dezignful, and I do think he got it.
Did he? Nice. So that's a purple mask. Yeah. Again, that's a big difference right there. They're able to get the supply crates, which give them the weapon advantage, and undoubtedly wingman plus a mastiff or maybe an EVA 8, maybe a car that you got from that. But Dezignful's gonna get caught out here. Gets taken for about 100 damage. Needs to pop an early bubble, and I don't know if I'm here. If I'm ESA, this time I almost
SlurpeeG can't do nothing.
maybe take this fight.
SlurpeeG can't do nothing. This Arc Star is going to be well placed on the exit. The Gibby Bubble comes down. Oh, Gilderson, he overstays his welcome. He gets on top of the box. This isn't a bad spot for him. Psych. Dezignful next on the hit list of Esports Arena. He's crossed out. Can't get the battery off. Skittle Cakes is weak, but SlurpeeG needs to do something magnificent, and it ain't looking that pretty for him. We're all tied up 2-2.
Oh, baby. 3-2, baby. 3-2.
2-2.
3-2.
No, it's 2-2.
Swear to God. Swear to God, it's 3-2.
Promise you it's 2-2.
Oh, damn, it's 2-2.
Promise.
You're right. I thought it was 2-2 before. I'm losing my mind.
You trying to get this one over with quick?
Not even a chance.
And chat, let him know to calm down.
I thought it was 2-2.
I can only do so much.
I'm blanking. That's my fault. So 2-2, we're now tied up. Apologies for the mistake there. Yeah, this is insane. Great round right there from ESA. I'm glad that this time, you'll see in the replay, they played off their damage. It was actually right before this. They're able to get Dezignful to pop his bubble. They know they have the economic kind of macro advantage in terms of no bubble available for design. They play off of that. They play with aggression. They close out. That's what I want to see out of ESA if they want to win this. None of this hiding in the building. Shit, you know?
Who can get that one round lead to put themselves at series point? Probably the most important round so far in this tournament. Johnsonville with the early meds. Some damage from Knock. He uses that jump pad to get the high ground, and his squad should be able to continue to use that jump pad throughout the entirety of the round. This is similar to how round number 1 set up, but will it end the same way in a Johnsonville victory? Gilderson will see Knock on the top. Beforehand, it was Skittle Cakes who was holding that high ground for Esports Arena. They've switched up the comp a bit. Gonna keep Skittle Cakes and Duplex closer to each other. Duplex is playing a little bit deeper.
Yeah, Jeffy just brought up a great point in the chat. Jeffy Media saying care package is about to start dropping some OP weapons. So that's a great point. The fact that the Johnsons have been prioritizing care package has helped them so far. But as the care package levels up, as rounds continue, it's just gonna help the Johnsons even more. So if I'm ESA, you gotta change up their style a little bit. That's exactly what ESA did. This time, ESA is playing on the outskirts. And we did see a pill picked up by the Johnsons. The care package control should go in ESA's hands here.
And the story so far has been Johnsonville scales better. Esports Arena, they got a sharper sword when it's time to strike. But as this game goes on, who will find the best opportunity to close it out? As you're gonna see, Esports Arena still holding this high ground. Now they got the care package. Well, I don't know if they got the care package weapons per se. That vote is leveled up. Skittles is calling it out. He says, yeah, they're grouped up. We got Dezignful on the door. They're right behind. We know they're not gonna rotate out the back. They're gonna go through the front. Knock. I wonder does he has arc stars to work with? Depending on when he gets them tossed. You get an arc star right before that bubble goes down. Oh, you blowing up the whole spot. There's it in his hand right there. Come on, Knock. You know use that arc star, dog. There you go. Time it. Oh, you want to go for Dezignful?
Right
What you gonna do?
Fish in a barrel here with this arc star. He's just
Yeah.
waiting. As things slow down here for a moment, I just saw Dobus, first time viewer in the chat, saying this is a match. Hell yeah, this is a match. Welcome Dobus to the chat here. Welcome to the hype. Let's spread the word, y'all. Again, most hype arenas match of all time. Literally is the sentiment we've been sharing here. This has been so much fun to watch. Arenas at its best possible display as we're on board with Esports Arena. They have Johnsonville trapped right now with an opportunity to close this. So keep in mind, last time we were in this scenario, reversed roles, ESA won this coming from the inside.
Everyone who has pushed out this building has won this fight so far. That's the time Dark Start I was talking about. That's gonna keep them in the zone. Now they have to move out late, into the smoke, into the fray. It's Dezignful knocked first. They're trying to return fire. Gilderson, he's knocked right after, and it's a winning strategy for Esports Arena as the slow play. It turned out to be the perfect recipe for them for success.
ESA wins 2 in a row here and is now on match point for the first time in this game 5. We have an opportunity for Esports Arena to close this out. Will they be able to do it in round number 6, or will we see this get forced to go around 7 and beyond here? The replay, that arc star connected so well. Great play from Skittle Cakes there.
Yeah, he played that door tight, played it right in the corner, knowing his opponents can't watch all those areas. He knew that ultimately Duplex was holding the bridge. He had the edge of the zone. He had the masters. and that he can close out. So he just focused on putting out that damage. It's a battle for the high ground. Gilderson knocked down quick. This missile smokes to reposition. Skittle case and knock Bullium off of it.
And they run,
Dezignful
they drop
repositions.
grapple to get on high ground there, a zipline, sorry. And still, all of ESA is there and says, nah, this is our high ground. So it's going to force them back. But look at the push here. It looks like they want to try and catch SlurpeeG. They know, I think, that he's below here. And here comes the fight. SlurpeeG's going to get cracked for 55. Skittlecake's trying to close things out himself. ESA looking to close this round out. And it's a great start for them.
Who's going to get the first knock? It's on Dezignful. It's Gilderson. He gets one of his own. No, he actually goes down. It's all up to SlurpeeG for the win. Esports Arena to go back to the finals. And now they can defend their throne. It was a battle, but in the end, it was Esports Arena showing that they are nothing to be played around with. They're so far the kings of Arena. Who's going to take them out?
Actual insanity in that last round. Great plays right there from ESA to recognize we have an opportunity to catch SlurpeeG tripping. Caught him off guard, took that 3v1. Dezignful has to double back to try and help him. He gets knocked first, and in the end, ESA closes it out 4-2. What a match it was. My hat goes off to Johnsonville for putting on a show as a pickup team, but ESA is back in the grand finals, Taylor.
He was tripping and got caught slipping.
It wasn't easy, man. Like that was incredible, and also a rocky start for ESA. Remember, I think we ended up watching who was it? It was Duplex who ended up just full sending it into a Gibby bubble. I don't know, trying to be the hero, trying to do a bit too much. I don't know what it was, but he intentionally gave himself up, first blooded, and then it ended up being a round for Johnsonville, putting them just 2 away from moving for the grand finals themselves. But one thing we've learned throughout this tournament, whether it be yesterday or today, ESA doesn't get phased by being on the cusp of elimination or get on the cusp of losing a map. In fact, they get better. And Blaze, they always find a way to come back.
They always find a way. And I honestly didn't know how this series was gonna hold up here as we got to the late game, because I talked about it before. I felt like Johnsonville was being better at adapting when we got to the late game. But when it was time to fight, when Esports Arena was on the same page when it came down to engagement, they were faster and they output damage quicker. John made a crucial point throughout the match, and we never really saw it change too much. It came down to the weapon choices. The wingman and single fire weapons versus the flatline and the volts.
Right.
That's what we saw a lot of success come from on Esports Arena in those close range battles.
Yeah, I mean, John, whenever we talk about, those full auto weapons, Skittlecakes loves that Volt, and he hits shots with it. He's incredible with it, or flatline, excuse me. And, his movement is just insane. And that's the thing. Wingman up close like that, you have to have something that's going to hit a bit harder and hit a bit quicker. And I do think the weapon selection from the side of Johnsonville kind of did them in.
That was a big difference in the fight, and what turned it around for the Johnsonville is the fact that they were able to start playing for supply crates and getting Peacekeepers, getting Mastiffs, getting Ava 8s or Volts or the like. But those last 2-3 rounds, they were not able to play for positioning there, and they got caught in those 3v3 fights, unfortunately, with just wingmen in their hands. For the most part, I think they started switching it up a little bit, but in the end, ESA was able to capitalize. They win that 4-2. They're punching to take it back in the finals, looking to defend their throne.
It ends up, Blaze, we talk a lot about Skittlecakes. We've said a lot about Duplex, but throughout this series, though, against Johnsonville, man, Noct really tore it up. It seemed like every single game he was either getting 3 or 5 eliminations. He truly was instrumental in the success, at least in my eyes, for ESA.
Yeah, Noct got some crazy movement, and when it comes down, when a battle breaks out, he's very creative with getting behind opponents and switching up his target. He's not always fighting the first guy when the engagement starts. He knows how to move around, play around that Gibby bubble from Duplex, and catch his opponent off guard, and it's one thing that makes him a great player, and we saw that several different times throughout those close quarter team fights.
Yeah, just several times, in fact. And I like that follow-up because Noct is the new addition. We kind of had questions. Would he be able to fill the shoes of Verhulst? And I think you said it at the beginning, like, those are big shoes to fill, but he's done incredibly well.
Honestly, fits like a glove. I couldn't agree more, Taylor. He's done incredibly well. Those are big shoes to fill, but he fits them perfectly, like Cinderella with her slipper. You know what I'm saying? Like a baseball mitt that just works. You know what I'm saying? I'm just to stop right there. But now, nonetheless,
like fresh J's that you just bought, baby. Okay,
exactly
you put them on.
Right.
You're going to school. You're the freshest guy in school,
exactly
and that's Noct.
I was
Freshest guy on ESA.
going to make a Johnson fitting comment, but I refrained. Nonetheless, fits really well for this squad. Nice job from Noct overall performing for this team. The controller player got replaced from Cloud9. A lot of people question that decision, but in the end, he gets picked up right by ESA, and it's great to see Noct still in the top 3, top 5 team overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at our brackets because our bracket's stacking up quite nicely. Obviously, Esports Arena, they secure their spot in Grand Finals. Second tournament in a row. This time, though, Duplex and Skittle Cakes are going for their second. Noct is going for his first. CLG Arena Demons are going to be facing off next. That's going to be a banger of a matchup. I can't wait to see that one. Hey, look, Arena Demons, the most versatile team in our bracket in terms of their legend use. CLG, one of the most aggressive teams. This is going to be an explosive one, and you better be thinking about who you're going to be putting your channel points on because, guys, this one can go either way. Hey, regardless, this is coming up next. One more spot in Grand Finals remains. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be CLG, Arena Demons? We'll find out after the break.